Gotta actually click the button. We've got Susan is here.
Hi, Susan.
Kim is here.
Hey, Kim.
Sheila.
We missed you last time.
Yeah, give Callie a hug from Mitzi and Malcolm.
Okay.
Hey, Jen.
Jennifer. She left the cutest comment last night. She was like, "Oh, I missed you. I missed the maiden voyage." It was funny.
That's not the first sale. I was there for your pop-up.
My pop-up, but that I don't really count that as like an official sale because that was just a fiasco.
It was so much fun. Hey, Laura.
Hi, Laura. Oh, is everyone ready for a B&B Monday chat?
Hey, Helen.
Hi, Helen.
I have needed this chat. It was a rough day for me, but I am making it through. I think the problem is I didn't have coffee today.
You know what? I feel like that's part of the reason. Like I've been having coffee and I've been doing like as long as it's not too late. I've been doing fine. I've been sleeping okay. I didn't have coffee today and my stomach hurts.
Because usually like, I'm at work and so there's a specific time when I'm having coffee and getting stuff done, and I just don't do well without my routine,
I do know.
Well, tomorrow I'm gonna set. Oh, well, actually, I had an alarm set for today so I could like not totally ruin my routine. But it's been so hot, I have to have my air conditioner run at night.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
I put in earplugs. So I could sleep through the air conditioner. And I slept through 2 different alarms.
Oh, no.
So apparently my body was like, you're just going to sleep today.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Absolutely.
Hey, Karina. How are you doing?
Kathy. We got 2 Kathys in a row.
Yeah.
And there's Turns Treasure.
Yes. I still have to watch her latest video. I've been behind on everybody's videos, really.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm in between K-dramas, because I finished Hotel del Sol, still recommend it, even after finishing it. I was trying to get some things done. So my go-to for my comfort TV is the Great British Baking Show. Because I can just put it on.
Yeah.
While I'm doing any number of other things and not have to pay attention to it. But I still get the happy music and the accents. And, it makes my day better.
That's great. A lot of people really seem to like it. I don't watch it.
You're missing out.
I guess so. I like so many of my YouTube, channels that I usually just, try to go back and see what I've missed on those.
I have not. Tell me about this. The Color Room. Is this a new K-drama I must watch? Because I'm ready for something new.
She's like, I have an empty slot.
And if it's silly, romantic, and will make me smile, I will take it. Because it's what I need in my life these days.
Hey, Chris. Amy. Hi, Amy.
All right.
Welcome. Happy Monday to all of you.
I'll have to write it down because otherwise I'll forget. The Color Room. I will look it up.
Color Room.
And tomorrow is the 4th, which means people have been setting off fireworks where I live for the past week, and will continue to set them off probably for 2 more weeks.
Until they run out, because they've stockpiled. So they'll just keep having fun until they're out.
And it just, poor Mitzi. If you don't know, I have a cat. She was an outdoor cat. She's an indoor cat now. And she's terrified of thunderstorms. So she thinks all of these fireworks that go off are thunderstorms. So she goes,
oh, yeah.
Ooh, a period
Or
piece of a ceramic artist and her struggle to get listened to.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna have to write this down. Color room.
Who is streaming it? Is it a movie or series that is streamed, or is it something on cable?
We'll find out.
Like ceramic dishes.
Film. Oh, it's got, what's his name in it? Matthew Good. He's on Discovery of Witches.
I read the first book, but I don't have whatever that streams on. I don't have it. Freeview. I've never even heard of that. Gosh, I feel so old sometimes.
Freebie? One of those. Well, I can say I have nothing planned for tomorrow other than boxing up items and what's it called? Get her a jacket. Oh yeah, he was on Downton Abbey. He played the driver, the racer.
Okay, I remember him, but I have no idea. I've never heard of Freeview.
Oh,
I guess I live under a rock.
It's an app like Tubi or Freevee or things like that.
Okay, app.
Oh, she says it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. I don't have that either, but good to know.
Yes, I sold some things with Helen yesterday, so I have to package those all up. And make sure Mitzi doesn't lose her mind with all these fireworks.
Yeah, poor Mitzi. Too bad they don't have kitty earplugs.
Yeah, she would probably claw my eyes out if I tried to put something in her ears. Let's see. Oh, well. Well, shall we dive in?
Sure. Let's do it. Let's see what we brought.
You're at first.
Okay. So I picked two inspiring interiors because I didn't pick a medium must either.
That's great.
But I liked the eclectic feel of the room, and it looked to me like that could be one of those old French quilts. And so I thought, yeah, I'm gonna share this. It looks like something from.
It's about Clarice Cliff.
Oh, really? Wow.
Heather did her in a history highlight a few weeks, well, a couple months ago now, I guess.
I don't remember how long ago it was.
I'll have to go watch it.
Yeah, let's all go watch that. Well, I have to find someone who has Amazon Prime. Then I'll watch it. But I thought this just looked like a perfect English cottage, or French cottage. Either one. Whatever you choose.
I love that armoire.
Yeah, it has the age.
The painted.
The old beautiful wallpaper. It looks like the side table is one of those that are mounted to the wall, like a pier table
with the marble top.
Yeah, I think those are pier tables that go under a pier mirror.
Mm-hmm. I like those. Yeah, I love the bed too.
Yes, exactly. Just all old romantic cottage.
And I like the nod to a canopy with the two panels.
Yeah.
Without having to do a full canopy or crown situation.
Totally. And I picked this just because I thought it was interesting, something I don't usually see. So the first photo I saw was the one on the right where it's the French settee. And so when I first saw the picture, I said, oh, this is like a French, probably like a French apartment. They just put a jungly twist on it with a lot of plants. But then I saw the picture of the other side, and it's a little bit more modern. Like couches are more modern. So yeah. I'm not sure where this is, if this is a European home or apartment, but I liked it. It was interesting.
Hey, Nancy.
You know, kind of French jungle is what I was thinking to
Yeah,
call.
it's like, you know, bringing the orangery inside, you know.
Yes. Yes.
It's nice. I just like the light in that room. I mean, it just looks
Right.
It looks
I
like you could be
mean,
on vacation in that room, you know?
yeah, well, any room with amazingly tall ceilings and beautiful chandeliers. I mean, you can almost drop anything in it and it's going to look great.
Very true. So I didn't have an inspiring interior, but I saw this image, and it's I mean, I loved the aesthetic of it, but they had taken an old
Hi,
piano
Nancy.
and turned it into their desk.
That's adorable because that is like a very petite piano.
Yeah. So, and it was actually, this was an organ. So, you know,
Okay.
it's got the candle holders because this is, you know, pre-light, pre-electric light.
I like that. So,
Um,
so smaller antique organ into desk.
yes. So, but then I went down the piano makeover rabbit hole
Oh.
for Rustic Reborn. But I also just like how everything is just shoved on the top. Like there's some random candle holders, there's piles of books.
Yes.
I love the mirror and the globe.
Yes.
I just loved everything about this picture. So then I went down. And then there was actual piano makeovers. I love this turned into a shelf.
Oh my God.
Because there are a lot of pianos that aren't playable anymore or fixable anymore that you can do things with. And most of the ones I see and have saved for future dream projects turn them into bars of various kinds. This is made for your charcuterie, right? You must have a wine party every day if you have this in your house.
Yeah.
Because you fill up the bottom with wine. Put your meats and cheeses on the, which it looks like they put tile or possibly even marble in there. So, and there are piano makeovers to fit any kind of style. So not just, you know, more rustic, but as we saw, our dark Gothic vibe in the first one. But then people, I've turned them into sewing desks as well.
Look at that.
Why not? It's a good height.
Perfect. Yeah.
I put this in for Laura. She's the one who I know who sews the most. But just, you know, thinking of large furniture pieces in new ways, not just the...
Yeah.
Because if you don't play the piano and the piano is not playable, it doesn't just need to sit there like a lump. Okay. That's my
I love it. That's great.
I almost bought fake lemons to go in my summer thing.
Oh, really?
I was so close.
So again, with the lemons, I know I have a thing for lemons, but I saw the photo and said it's going in. Choosing it. Perfect garden, you know, table for however many. I mean, maybe there's the seats 4 there. Not sure, but adorable.
I love it.
I love it too.
We can do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Not today, though. The air is soup.
The air is soup?
Yes. Ugh. It's gross. So I did a perfect place setting.
Look what you did!
That was me. Just, I had someone over for lunch, and I was like, okay, we're going to make it fancy. So this is what I did. I just wanted, you know, rich colors. And so these glasses are the ones I unboxed.
Yes.
When we were together. These are Fostoria.
Wow.
And I have what? 8 of them, and I got them for $12. So now you get splinters from Heather's.
Yeah, that table definitely could have used a tablecloth. Agreed. But it had the rustic for photos, for the photo op. I understand why they did it.
Oh yeah, the very rustic table.
The lemons, yeah, the lemon table.
It could be so old it's rubbed smooth, but it could have lead paint on it too. There's that. Just don't lick the table, people. Don't lick it.
Don't lick it.
No. Use your utensils and your plates. That's fine.
Oh my gosh. So I'm celebrating
vintage ashtrays.
Hawaiian beachy ashtrays.
Why not?
Yeah, it was a great photo. And I thought, why not? I mean, if you curated with kind of the blues and the greens, it's really quite an attractive assembly collection here. So, and you could you don't have to do some of the bikini gals. You could just lean into the palm trees or the flamingos or beaches, or I mean, I think it is kind of fun to collect cities. Like I love the Los Angeles and the Hollywood ashtrays. I would be very interested in doing like a California collection if I came across some.
We're ruining Jennifer's fun.
So yeah, not something I normally think about, but I did like the photo, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And I like the place ones too. You could do an entire place ashtray collection. Because there's an LA one and a Hollywood one in there.
Those are the ones I kind of was like, oh, I could see myself maybe being interested in something like that. But I did also find this hand painted one separately. And I thought, if you didn't like more of an advertising, city, and still liked the idea of maybe a beachy, ashtray collection, you could go more hand painted. So a lot of ways you could do it. But to me, I think what really makes it work is the color theme. I mean, it's definitely a lot of turquoise, blues, ocean blues, and green.
I wonder if that green glass glows in the middle.
I know.
I just want to test it. But that's awesome. No, I think that's neat. And that's something, and these are pieces that are going to disappear because,
true.
I mean, you don't see ashtrays as collectibles sold all that often anymore. So it will be of an era that is gone. So it's one of those nostalgia items.
Right.
So my collections are two disparate things that I've had saved for a while that I just wanted to share.
Majolica!
Because they were pretty. They have nothing to do with one another, except they are lovely collections that I wanted everyone else to see. Yeah, the Majolica with the teal ball jars, I thought was a lovely juxtaposition. And of course, I'm growing dahlias, so I was drawn to the dahlias.
Gorgeous photo.
Displayed in the jars. And then on the right, somebody took a hutch and turned it into their ultimate seashell display cabinet.
Beautiful.
And now I'm like, what do I have that needs its own individual display cabinet with their own tiny little spaces?
Yeah.
Gilded, of course. But just so lovely. And I love how they painted the blue inside and then left that natural wood at the top because it goes with the natural color of the seashells too. So
yeah. I love looking at seashell collections. It's like, remember that photo I found of where the seashells were in the fireplace?
Oh yeah.
I still think about that all the time. Like, I just love it.
Well, you know, if you love it and you want to showcase it, just find the way that makes you happy. And
yeah.
These are obviously very different collections, but you can take inspiration from both. And with that, I'm going to have a drink of water.
I liked those. I really liked the small, petite antique organ as a desk. Yes. That's my favorite from today.
Well, yeah, and it's funny because I see pump organs on Facebook Marketplace for free all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know somebody who has a little bit of, know-how in woodworking, it would be very easy to, do some internal modification.
I've seen the mid-century ones, but I don't often see antique ones.
There's a lot of Eastlake ones that show up,
mm-hmm.
That are in rough condition. And people are like, just come and get it. We don't want it anymore. I was like, I would take all of the things if I could.
We want all the things.
I don't worry about them. So now we're going to get to the meat of tonight's topic.
Meat.
The Epergne.
The Epergne. I love it.
Yeah, it's the moving them, which the guys I use to move my house, like you could pay them $50 and they'd move it for you, but it's a lot. So this is the Epergne most of us are familiar with. We largely associate them these days with these trumpet or lily-shaped vase conglomerations. And it comes from the French word épargne, which means saving, because this was largely believed to the fact that this was set in the center of a table. The original épergne was sat in the center of the table. For large parties, there was one. For small parties, there was one. For large tables, there were multiple spread out along the table. And it saved guests from having to pass things. And because the original Epergne, unlike what is shown in this painting in 1889, were this.
Oh!
This was an Epergne. And they were started in the 1700s.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were first made, they were made out of silver. It started in France in the royal court. They had these private dinings and people came and watched the royals eat. But in the center of the table was this arrangement called a surtout, which meant above it all. So it would have all these things arranged to both serve more and take up less space.
Yeah, I saw one of these when I went to the Huntington Gardens in Pasadena.
Oh,
yeah, it was stunning. It looked just like this.
It started with bowls and baskets made out of silver. They were chased and pierced, like extremely over the top.
Yeah.
Crazy. And you'll see this one was dated to 1738-39. So this is a very original version of them. Exactly, Catherine. This is the kind of Epergne I want.
Yeah.
And the first recorded mention was in 1725. This is, think Louis the 15th, Louis the 14th, through Louis the 16th is when these were popular. People were doing crazy. Now look at this one.
Oh my goodness.
During the Georgian period, a lot of these silversmiths actually emigrated to London, and they settled in a place called Clerkenwell, which was well known for silver and goldsmithing as well as watchmakers. And these like, they were crazy over there. Like, this one has bells on the top, and these little baskets could come off.
I love that.
This is like, there is a short video on YouTube where, because this is from a private collection, but it was shown, I want to say, by the Leeds Museum, and there's a silversmith who works in silver, and she talks about the work involved in making this. Mm-hmm. So much time and work involved.
I mean, so, when you mentioned pierce work, I mean, this is full of it.
Yes. But it's still sturdy and obviously well made, because this was made in 1761 and is still in perfect condition.
Yeah. So, yes.
Granted, probably not used every day. So
hi, Kara. How you doing,
special. Kara? And they would have served pickles, sweetmeats, candies, sugared fruit, those kinds of things in this. And it's actually believed that the original surtout in France held vinegars and oils. So if you think of a cruet set,
yes,
may have started as a surtout or a Epergne.
And then gotten
and then it evolved.
Reduced. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was like a different offshoot. Like, one offshoot went to cruets, the other offshoot went to, the fancy glass ones that we know today.
Yes.
And the glass came in. Well, here, let's look at this one.
Oh my gosh. That one almost looks like it could come to life and start walking around the table.
I know. It looks like a character from Beauty and the Beast, right? So pretty. So pretty. And this one was sold. This is a sold one it sold for $125,000. Mm-hmm. But then as time moved on and the Victorian era approached, other people wanted access to these. And you can see that trumpet shape here in this ordering. And that was still in silver. But as glass became more popular and silver plating became more available, regular people could start to afford these Epergnes. And so you'll see, so this one on the bottom, it's both crystal and silver. So you can see how it's starting to shift to incorporate in the bowls and baskets glass as well as silver.
Okay.
And that's when we start to move towards the ones that we think of the most when we think of Epergne. And those became popular to the Victorian era. They were colloquially known as the housemaid's nightmare.
Oh.
For obvious reasons. Yeah. Most Victorian glass Epergnes were cranberry or green glass, often uranium.
Wow.
So this one is currently for sale for $1,160.
Wow.
If you need one like this. But yeah, the earlier silver ones are where my heart lies.
Yes.
With some exceptions, which we will go over here shortly. So glassmakers across Europe started making these. This specific Epergne, fully glass, was made for Queen Victoria becoming queen. It took 2 years. Wow. These are there's over 40 different pieces of hand-cut Scottish crystal made by the Hollywood Flint Glass Company in Edinburgh. Started in 1840, finished in 1842.
Wow.
Right?
So when this was made, were they still called surtouts or were they starting to be called Epergnes?
The English have always called them Epergnes.
Okay.
Surtout is still used to refer to these kinds of things in France.
Okay.
But if you look up a surtout de table, it's usually a bunch of different things all on a mirrored surface.
Okay.
Because it was all about like being the center piece of the table So it had candelabras, it had fruit holders, it had Epergnes, and it had everything else. But this is an Epergne. And so where else was making glass? And you can imagine that Murano hopped on this train.
Wow.
And went, full out.
Yeah. Italy always has to go over the top.
So these things aren't for sale. These are just pictures that I happened upon for, antique Murano Epergnes. And I can't imagine somebody actually putting food in these.
I know.
It's terrifying, but I'm sure they did. And they continue to evolve. So from these, you can see the more Italy jumped the shark there. The oh, hey Monica. Speaking of Venice, you'll see all of the time periods like adapt the Epergne to fit what was popular in the day. So the more natural nouveau looking flowers and things like that will appear France, England, throughout. And then it made its way across the pond to the US. Fenton was founded in 1905, and they started producing Epergnes pretty much from the beginning.
I have never seen anything like this Art Nouveau on the right, the orange.
I love it.
Wow.
So much. I love this one so much. I couldn't find makers for either of these. But just stunning. Like, yeah, the ones that looks like an actual flower. Gorgeous.
Yes.
And then the 1950s, there was the Victorian revival. And that's when most of the Epergnes that I come across are 1950s Fenton, etc. But Murano also. This one is for sale. It's 1950s Fratelli Murano for $6.99 versus the Fenton Hobnail for $1.85. So if you're in the mood for the very fancy or very, how we say, frou-frou kind of Epergne, this one could be more approachable. I'm not a milk glass girl, so it's not the kind I want. I really do like the Murano one on the left.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Yeah.
I'd be terrified to break it, but
yes.
Now was the time.
Oh, yeah.
We look at things Angela can't afford, but loves anyway.
Yes.
So,
all right.
One of the things I absolutely loved, and so this is set up like a Surtout. So it's on the mirrored base. And most Epergnes usually had at least 4 arms. That was one. They didn't usually call it an Epergne in original unless it had 4 arms. So most of the Epergnes we see today with like 2 or 1, those are an evolution. But what I loved about this one is it's got the clear glass on the arms, but it's convertible. Those bowls come off and it's a candelabra.
Oh. Wow.
The swans are a little much for me. I just loved the fact that it showed this,
versatility.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Here is a glass one with the single Epergne.
Wow.
Painted. I can't really tell. It's giving me Burmese, but I don't know if it's looking too white to be glowy. But it's also hand painted. So this one, just $3,900 is all it will take.
Wow.
To get it into your home. Lovely. Not the one I would, spend big bucks on.
Right. If I was going to spend $4,000, I probably would go toward the silver.
And I love these ones with the little glass baskets. So you see the
oh my god,
those come off.
Oh wow.
So like, I mean, there's only 2, so I mean, you couldn't have had like treats for everybody in those little baskets, but I love the ones where the baskets come off.
Yeah, I wonder if that was just for like a super fancy tea for 2 situation.
Possibly.
Wow.
Because I don't know what else would go. Like, I imagine flowers would be in the center one. But I mean, they're all removable, so maybe you picked the one up and walked around with it. I would not trust my guests.
Oh my, can you imagine?
And I really believe the one on the right probably glows. Given the color. And this one is for sale right now.
You like this one, I can already tell.
Just because it glows. When it comes to uranium, I have a soft spot. And I just would love to fill it with my dahlias.
Yep.
Great. Some peanut M&M on the bottom. It's the true Angela experience. Highbrow. We'll cover all levels.
Can you imagine? I mean, each one of those Epergnes breaks down to how much? $600? You're gonna throw M&Ms in it?
No, just in the bottom. I'll have flowers in the top.
Oh, okay.
Just the bottom bowl.
Oh, the bottom bowl. Okay.
Yeah. I find it funny. And just for show and walk away.
You see, Catherine. Don't touch the Epergne.
And if you watch Glass with Class with Nikki and Claudia, they just did Portu and Valeristol. So I threw one of their Epergnes in the mix in the blue milk glass. But going back to the little baskets, I absolutely love this one. And this one is very tall. I want to say it's like an 18-inch tall thing. And it's got silver at the top, but it's largely crystal. And those little server baskets all come off. So this would just be for a party of 4, I'm guessing. For your little bonbons or delicacies.
Yeah.
It's so pretty though.
They are beautiful, but they're so expensive.
So expensive. So if you find one out in the wild,
yeah,
and somebody's like, oh, this is just a metal thing that's not useful. Yes, it is. It's so pretty. This is the final one. This one is currently for sale.
Wow.
It's one of the older ones of like the traditional style I could actually find for purchase today. It's from 1913. So just under $30,000. Made in London.
Yeah.
Robert and Sebastian Girard and Company. And that's all she wrote on Epergnes.
So on this one, you've got 2 more bowls or plates on the side, and then the other arms are holding
they look like
longer cups.
They look like goblets almost.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Except I think it's pierced at the top, so you couldn't drink from it. I don't think. there wasn't a lot of close-ups of it. I want to touch these things so badly, and just see how I could use them. Maybe it was for like tall, skinny treats, like a breadstick or
celery,
something.
Or maybe they were just the flower sections, and then
that's true. And then the treats were in the
plates,
the bowls, and the basket.
Yeah.
That would make sense. And then they could probably also come out, and so if they wanted to like use the flowers elsewhere, because it looks like they have feet.
Right.
So while extremely impractical, I feel they are practical.
I love them.
I love them so much. The silver ones. The glass ones, I appreciate. I love that they are probably the longest produced style of Epergne. But these things, the original Epergnes, the French Surtout, are my cup of tea.
I also really liked Queen Victoria's.
Queen Victoria's was... it breached the gap. Like it has that functionality. But I mean, cut crystal.
Yeah.
So can't go wrong there.
Fabulous. I'm going to be dreaming of Epergnes tonight.
And I do have one.
I know now. Yeah, now yours that you found when we were antiquing, now it totally makes sense to me, because it didn't really make sense when I was looking at it.
Yeah, because it was probably part of a set. So I'll make it.
But it was nothing. I hadn't quite seen anything like it before, but now it makes sense, being silver and glass together, and knowing the history now totally makes sense.
I will grab. It's not what I brought for my favorite thing, but let me. So I got this when we were at an antique store in Buchanan. So it's got birds. It's got its glass trumpet, a lovely opalescent, hand blown, pretty. And I would bet there were two of these on either side of a larger one. It would have been a whole set. So, hey, y'all got the matching pieces to this. I know. Internet.
Yeah. Or even if you found some mismatching ones, I bet you could create a really awesome unit with some different ones.
True. And I wonder now how many elaborate silver candelabra are just missing their bowl inserts and could be converted.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna. So if you find a crystal bowl with the nubby,
right,
that may have belonged to an Epergne, then send it to me.
Well, I didn't bring a favorite thing either. I've been.
Well, I didn't intend to bring that one. I brought a completely different favorite thing that I just bought.
That. Show me your favorite thing you just bought.
Okay. Because I'm growing flowers, and one of the flowers I'm growing are gladiolas, and I was like, I need something large to hold a gladiola when I cut it, right?
Okay.
Because they're tall flowers. And so Laura and I went to the Arts and Antiques Marketplace in Bergamot. You've been there. The one in the old department store.
Yeah, I like it.
And I was looking around and I was like, oh, that would be good. And then I saw a Blanco piece.
Oh. Oh.
She's got her sticker too. Of course, I probably went past it already. It's a 1993.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a West Virginia piece, but it does have the like citrine at the top and the bottom and a fun design in it. So I figured, and now I have a new piece of West Virginia glass and something to hold my big flowers.
Perfect. Perfect.
And this was done by a specific designer, and I can't recall which one. Richard Adams, I want to say. I haven't done the designers yet, but.
Well, I look forward to seeing your. I know you'll Instagram your gladiolas in that.
Yes.
Before too long.
Probably. Yeah, because the internet tells me that they bloom in July. We're in July now. So, I get to cut my first dahlia tomorrow. It's open big enough that I can cut it. And so now I have to decide what vase to put it in. Well, maybe it needs to go in my Epergne.
Maybe
it does.
It'd be really pretty in there.
Yeah.
With the opalescence, I think it'd be really pretty.
It's a dark maroon, the flower. We'll see. Do you have anything coming up?
Just
Sunday sale.
My Sunday sale now. I'm gonna do it again, you guys. Gonna do it again. It'll be sale number 2. So I'll do that at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, Sunday evening. And then later on down the line, July, I believe it's 27th, I'm going to be doing something with Patrick where he's having a couple people on. Like Beth is going to have a couple people on, and then instead of a drop sale, they're going to do like a live sale with some people on Beth's channel, and then a live sale with some people on Patrick's channel.
Oh, nice.
So I'll let you guys know more about it when I have more details on time. But that's end of July. So I think that's all I have. Oh, I might have something else coming up in July, but I don't have any details on that yet either. So just Sunday, if you want to come hang out and see what else I pull out of my closet and go find, see if you guys want to buy some goodies, come hang out with me on Sunday.
Good. You and Mr. Agenda.
Yes. Scott will be there too. So I think it'll be like, I got some really good advice from Catherine on like how to maybe run it better. I'm going to just do StreamYard next time. So we'll do a little changes, but
you gotta, you live and learn. You try.
Yeah, exactly.
See what works.
Yes, exactly. I mean,
go from there.
Yeah, a few adjustments will be made.
Sounds good. Yeah. Well, I hope everyone has a safe and happy 4th tomorrow. I know.
Absolutely.
Setting off fireworks.
Absolutely.
Please don't be intoxicated. That will be fun. It's a bad mix. It's a bad mix. We want you all to have all of your limbs.
Yes. And don't singe your eyebrows off playing with those fireworks. Make sure you have the bucket of water nearby if you're screwing around with the pyrotechnics at home.
But have lots of fun with sprinklers. Do one of those fun pictures. Do all the things. All right.
Oh
well, we will see you next Monday on Heather Elizabeth's channel. Yeah. If y'all have fancy Epergnes, please Post a
Ooh,
picture. Use it.
yes.
Fill it with flowers so I can see what yours look like. I want you to convince me that the Fenton Epergnes and the like are worthy, okay? Of the name Epergne. Okay.
Yes. Thanks, Chris. I will look for the email.
All right, everyone. I hope, again, have a great week. And we'll see you next Monday.
Yeah. Have a great rest of your night. I'll be seeing you guys over at Mother Tucker's.
I'll be in the chat.
All right, all. Love you all.
Bye.
So glad you hung out with us, and we'll see you later.